It's Todd, and I'm here today with Paul, that bourbon guy.
Hey, welcome.
And we are in our hometown of Akron, Ohio, and we're at Lake's Beverage. Let's go check it out.
Let's go.
All right, so one thing to know about Ohio is you won't often see allocated bottles just sitting on the shelves, the highly allocated ones, because they drop once a week and it's kind of controlled by the state. And what happens is people know when their stores are going to have their deliveries and their drops, and people line up and buy the stuff up.
That's usually, you're usually hanging around like 5 a.m.
Yeah.
for the store to open by 9.
Yeah, if it's a really good bottle, you got to line up early.
And then they're gone by 9:05.
But we will also see some pretty decent stuff on the shelves as well. So here we got some Joseph Magnus and Kentucky Owls.
The last of Kentucky Owls.
Yeah, these are the Magistar, Takumi, or whatever, and the confiscated. So those kind of aren't the regular batches,
right.
But still. Your Heaven Hill, bottled in bond. Penelope, there's that new weeded. Didn't you get one of those, Paul?
Actually, I need to get one.
Oh, you don't have one yet? So yeah, I had tried them. I don't have one.
It's decent.
The rest of the Penelope lineup, Horse Soldier, and here in Ohio, the state controls the bottles, right? So all the stores, they kind of say what they would like to have, and the state decides if they'll get it or not. They ship it out to them. But really, the inventory is owned by the state, not the stores.
That also includes the prices.
Yeah, the prices are set by the state, so the stores can't raise prices. We are price controlled here.
Right. Oh, they got the new True Story out.
I've never even heard of that.
He's the guy who founded Angel's Envy.
Oh, he started a new
new line. Yeah.
Okay, so here you'll see, like when they have something on sale, it's got that red tag. That's the OHLQ marker. So, like I said, OHLQ decides what the prices are. They decide what goes on sale. You know, the state has pretty much total control of the pricing of liquor. Russell's Reserve, single barrel, rye, and the single barrel bourbon. So this is not a pick, since stores can't do picks here in Ohio. It is just the single barrel that comes from the distillery.
But the state does picks.
The state can do picks, and they'll pick barrels, and then they'll ship them out to all the different stores. So they may pick five barrels of Russell's Private Barrels, and then they'll send each store like one case. So you won't see one store with a whole bunch of bottles.
Right.
You know, to some Whistle Pig 12 year, $139.99. They have a 15 year. I guess you probably have that back behind the counter. It is $299.99. It's your 10 cups. Green River Full Proof, $54.99. Western Reserve. So we've been to Western Reserve Distillery, and we've actually done a video on them, and that's the one we actually like the best, the 10-year single barrel.
They do make some good products.
And now we're into some Japanese whiskey. Tokai, Suntory. I don't know, I've never really gotten much into Japanese whiskey, Paul. I don't know about you.
No, I haven't either. Well, I've heard the Nikka coffee grain is supposed to be pretty good.
I had some Nikka. It wasn't a coffee, but it was actually not bad. But I haven't had much experience with Japanese whiskey. So your Smoke Wagon lineup. The Uncut the Younger is probably my favorite out of that little group.
That is a good one.
Tomfoolery is another Ohio distillery, and I've only had their regular bourbon. I haven't had any of their other expressions.
No, I haven't either. Although I think Renee might like the finish in maple syrup.
Yeah, I don't know. She might actually. We were talking about maybe going down there and recording at Tomfoolery like we did Lake Erie.
So that'd be fun.
That's on the list of possibilities. This is one of Paul's favorites, Watershed.
I know it's not yours.
Yeah, not my favorite, but he tends to really like them. There's your Uncut Unfiltered. That's the 2025 one. That's the new one.
That's a brand new one.
Yep. And there's some Bardstown. The only Bardstown I really like is the tan label, the high wheated.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one.
That's their
I've
Origin
enjoyed.
series.
Yeah. So some Uncle Nearest. Your Bonded series. And single barrel barrel proof Jack Daniels.
Proof.
Is 132. Pretty
It's
nice
not
proof
bad.
on that one.
It's not bad.
Yeah, those are shelfers here in Ohio. I think they are most places. There have been states I've been to where they didn't have them, but here in Ohio, you'll find them pretty much everywhere, and they're that price. One thing about some of our stores, I mean, if you get to one of the larger stores like this one is, they have a pretty good overall selection. So we got some
Right.
Calumet 15 and 16 on the shelves. See those prices? I'm not a fan of Rabbit Hole.
Neither am I. But I do like New Riff.
Yeah, New Riff I love. So we have the single barrels on the shelf, but I always prefer to get a single barrel that's a pick rather than one bottled by the distillery, because I have had some bottles that I didn't like when we were doing barrel picks.
Yeah, I agree.
So some of them are great, but they can be a miss if it's not someone you know picking it. There's a Jim Beam 7-year.
7 years is not bad for the price.
No, it's not bad for the price. Same with the winter. I thought the winter
was very good.
for the price. Yeah. Bullet, I am not a fan of.
It's
They
only
have
mixers and old fashions for me.
10 years in a single malt. Wild Turkey Rare Breed and Rare Breed Rye, and they're reasonably priced here. I know some places I go, you don't see them very often. And even in Kentucky, I see them higher priced than they are here in Ohio.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so that's something that's always on the shelves here is Rare Breed. So there's the Willet Green Top, the 4-year rye, and some pot still if you want it.
That's a
And
love it or hate it one.
yeah, it will always be on the shelf because people don't buy it because it's awful. Some Sazerac.
Yep. Baker 7.
Yeah, what's the age on that one? 7 years, 2 months.
That's
Baker 7.
kind of the young one.
Yeah. Balcones Lineage. The Balcones I've had, I didn't care for. I haven't had that particular one. But
It's very heavy spice forward for being a Texas whiskey.
there's a barrel. That's one of their single
Batch
barrels, right?
35.
Oh, batch 35. There you
It's
go.
a blend.
Yeah.
I also have one Redwood Empire over there too.
Yeah, that's the
The Lost
basic.
Bunker.
That's not the cast
It's
strength.
not the cast strength.
Yeah, it's the standard one. The Frey Ranch, non-chill filtered. These are the like cast strength ones, aren't they?
No, that is
No,
not
no.
the cast strength. Cast strength will have a dark label on it.
Oh, I see bottled and bond rye. I've had a couple of the Frey Ranch I've had have been single barrels, and I didn't particularly like them.
A little grain forward.
Yeah, very grainy. And early time, so that's about one of the best
Yep.
bottles in that price range you're going to
For
find.
bottle and bond.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to beat that.
Yep. Oh,
the
look,
price
Michter's.
range.
I hardly knew her.
Michter, hardly knew her. That's right, Devin, that's for you. But it's good to see early times on the shelves here because for a long time it was not on the shelves. So
Right.
It's good to see it coming back on the shelves.
Agree.
Brothers Bond, we just did a video on the different Brothers Bond expressions. I didn't particularly like the standard one here. I did like the 7-year bottled and bond they had.
Right. Old Pepper.
Old Pepper and Holiday, the
Yep.
soft red wheat. We still don't see the Rickhouse proof straight bourbon around here.
No, haven't seen it.
So, and we don't even see like the soft red wheat Rickhouse really. We only see the bottled and bond. $17.92 small batch.
Those are starting to be on the shelves more often.
Yep, and then there's good old Granddad 114,
Yep.
$32.99. And the Granddad Bonded. Standard Four Roses. The Four Roses single barrels. We're still only getting the basic OBSVs. Here in Ohio, we have not got the new single barrel 100 proof recipes yet.
Right.
The Yellowstone Toasted.
That's another thing with Ohio. Sometimes when you see the distilleries do releases, they won't show up in Ohio right away. It could take even up to a year before you'll see them on the shelves.
Yeah, it absolutely can take a while. So I was saying the allocated bottle drops, generally they drop on within a specific day, right? So the rules in Ohio are actually stores have to release their allocated delivery within 24 hours of receiving it. So if they get it on a Tuesday, they can release it sometime on Tuesday, or they can do it Wednesday morning. And they kind of do it like that. So you don't see stuff outside of the drop days very often. However, today here, it seems that their allocated drop didn't sell out. So they still have some stuff sitting on the
Check
counter.
it out.
So let's check this out. So I know this store gets their deliveries on Tuesday and sell like either Tuesday
or Wednesdays
or Wednesday mornings.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a Saturday and
no lines.
No lines. There's the chicken cock small batch bourbon. I'm not sure if that's allocated. I really don't know anything about chicken cock.
No, that's for Patrick.
But here, yes, yeah, Patrick loves the cock for sure. And we have Baker's 7. This is the high rye bourbon.
That's a good one.
New one. Yeah, I think those are just now starting to get here to Ohio. So that one's still kind of considered allocated around here.
Yeah, they started showing up about the end of the year last year.
Yep, and it is $74.99. The Weller Green.
Land of Weller.
We get tons of Weller Green here in Ohio, and the price is $27.99. And they do limit those one per customer. Most allocated bottles are limited one per customer, and you can find Weller Green somewhere most of the time.
Yep.
But here we have Blanton's, and the Blanton's is $79.99, which is SRP.
Yeah, but they keep raising the prices on that.
They have. It's gone up like $20 in the last 2 years.
Yep.
But it is still you can't see most places you won't find it for that price. Believe
No.
me, the states I've been in, it's always higher than that. But they have bottles available right here, no waiting, no line, for $79.99. And I think people in a lot of states would be
running
pretty
here.
ecstatic to see that. Yeah, absolutely. We also have the J.D. McLaren bottles down here, $35.99, and some scotch, which I don't know anything about, so maybe that's allocated scotch. Not familiar enough to know. But there you go. So on a Saturday morning with no waiting here in Ohio, you can pick up some of those bottles that people hunt for.
Yeah, can't beat it.
So this store also separates their Ohio exclusively produced stuff on a separate shelf. So we can go through and see some Ohio liquor. Cleveland, Cincinnati Distilling, Middle West. So Middle West is actually not too bad. Yes, but it's not too bad.
It's good.
Yeah, it's not bad. What is this Black Dog, though? I've never heard of that one. 4 Dogs Distilling. That one's new to me. Well, that's just Kentucky straight bourbon, so I don't know how that could be in Ohio.
Well, it's probably bottled in Ohio, so it's sourced from Kentucky.
Western Reserve. Buckeye Vodka. So
Yeah,
this is more
all vodkas over here.
This is any liquor made in Ohio, not necessarily
Check out the boat.
bourbon. Yeah, that's a pretty cool decanter. Lake Erie Distillery, and we were there. We tried all their offerings, and that dill pickle whiskey tastes like a kosher dill. It really does, yeah. 4 Dogs Distilling again, so that's one I haven't heard of in Ohio. There's Towpath. Towpath is here in Akron.
They're down in the valley.
Yep. There's more Watershed.
Big Watershed.
Yeah, Old Fashioned. Yeah, the handle of Watershed. Old Fashioned. And some moonshine. Hocking Hills moonshine.
That's Cleveland
Cleveland
Rabbit.
whiskey. I'm not a fan of Cleveland whiskey. They do that rapid aging. So.
And it shows.
Yep. But there you go. There are some Ohio specific liquors. Like we were saying, the state controls the prices for bottles. Well, they also control what goes on liquidation. So every once in a while, they'll pick bottles that they've decided need to leave shelves, and they'll reduce them. Okay, here you can see these bottles are going to be reduced 40%. So you find that Ohio liquidation, they call it, shelf, and you can see kind of what's on sale. Some White Claw and some vodkas.
Yep.
You can see a lot of vodkas and stuff like that
A lot of vodkas.
on these shelves. So It was $27.95, now $10.96.
And tequila.
Tequila. I should stock up on some stuff. My daughter's wedding's coming up in October.
Oh, there you
We
go.
got to supply the bar. I should buy a bunch of vodka
Yeah.
or something on sale.
Oh, wait. Hey, take a look. Kentucky Owl.
Oh, yeah. There we
Age
go.
11 years.
Yep, so is that the batch 12? Is that one? What is this one?
It says, please ask for the bottle. Let's see what this one is. This is a limited edition. Oh, this is Mardi Gras. So this is basically one that was finished in extra aged rum.
Okay.
It's a straight rye and rum.
There you go. And it was $4.99, now it's $2.99. Rattle and Snap, Old Elk Wheat and Rye,
Mm-hmm.
from $100 down to 60.
That's a bargain.
Yep. The Smoke Wagon Malted Straight Rye, I did not like that. You can see
No.
now it's leaving the shelf. Claremont Steep and Legent. And again, that Claremont Steep is a single malt. I'm just not a single malt fan.
Right.
There's an Irish whiskey I've never heard of, J.J. Corey.
Yep.
Jefferson's Manhattan.
Premix.
Some Climax Moonshine. That's the guy from the Moonshiners. I watched that TV show.
There you go.
Canadian Mist. I'm some kind of Scotch again. I
Yep.
don't know anything about Scotch.
Now you get into the whiskeys or the Irish.
Yeah, Irish single malts.
Waterfords.
So these are all discounted 40% off the regular price. Buffalo Trace has actually become a shelfer here in Ohio recently. They took it off the allocated list, and now we can see,
So now they got their own special shelf.
yeah, they just got a shelf full of it at $26.99. And also Traveler they have. It's funny to me, Traveler is more expensive than Buffalo Trace and just is not as good. But that's what you get when you have like a celebrity's, endorsement. You got to pay the celebrity.
Exactly.
This store also happens to be the largest distributor of THC infused drinks in Summit County, Ohio. So, I don't know anything about these. I haven't tried any, but apparently they have a pretty huge selection of different THC infused beverages. Any of you guys out there trying this? Cheech and Chong. See, if I was going to drink something THC, Paul, I'd drink Cheech and Chong.
I would trust that.
So these are all THC infused. I have more over here. So you can buy the singles rather than buying 6-packs. And over here they have some kind of he said it was a mixer or something that's THC infused alcohol alternative. You can buy bottles of it. And then there's cans. All right, so that was Lakes Beverage here in Akron, Ohio. Pretty interesting to find out they're the county's largest supplier of THC infused drinks.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Who knew?
That's kind of new to Ohio, really. I don't think we've had it around that long. They
No,
legalized it.
it's a new growing product line.
Yeah, but you can see it was really strange to see allocated bottles sitting here on a Saturday when this is a store that gets their drop during the week. So
Exactly.
we might be seeing something where we're getting more supply than demand for some of these things. Like before, Blanton's would have never lasted, through the day it was dropped. So that was really a surprise to me. Now
That's good for us.
Yeah, it's good for us, but hopefully more stuff starts to go that way.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
The Weller Green, though, is often on the shelves. We usually get so much of it that
Right.
it sits around.
Right.
Fine, it just stays the week.
Yep.
So there you go, Lakes Beverage. Thanks everybody for watching.
All right.
And remember, the best bourbon or whiskey
When in